Hey, what's up guys, it's Moonfyye here, and today I'm going to be playing some Final Fantasy XVI. So last time I was playing Final Fantasy XVI, we were hunting down Hugo and we ended up finding him. Poor Jill almost got executed, but we saved the day and she is safe now. But you know who isn't safe and is missing two hands? You guessed it, it's Hugo. He ended up losing his two hands in a fight against Clive. The battle with Hugo was definitely intense to say the least, and I enjoyed it a lot. We also ended up seeing the mysterious man again. I don't know if we will see him today, but I am curious to find out, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh, also before we do actually get into it, I ended up doing some side quests and I got some pretty neat rewards. One of the things that did stand out to me was that we ended up getting a chocobo. I'll go ahead and play the video for you guys now so you can see what I'm talking about.
You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Honestly, isn't that super neat? We ended up getting Clive's childhood chocobo, so now we can basically summon that chocobo anytime we want to. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk to Otto.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvassing, uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air? Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Alrighty, so today looks like a side quest kind of day. I wonder what Mid has in store for us. Which also, at first glance, I thought that was Joshua. I don't know why, I just thought it was Joshua. But it's a completely different character. But anyway, she's not too far away, so I'm just heading towards her right now.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest, Sid? From what I heard, you earned it.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, here she is. Let's go ahead and see what she wants.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Okay, so quick side note, I was trying to figure out who Mid was, and I don't know why, but she makes me think of Sid. And if I remember correctly, doesn't Sid have like a daughter or something? I'm not exactly sure if she does. I haven't been in this room except for in cutscenes. Oh, hello.
I'll be alright, Clive. I just need some rest.
But yeah, I'm not exactly sure if Mid is Sid's daughter. It kind of makes sense in a way. Mid, Sid, I don't know. Coincidence? I think not. Regardless though, I am curious to find out more about her character. But before we can find out more about her, we have to talk to Karen. Or Charon. Whichever one. Anyways, let's see what she wants.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen. Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Till I bring them over when I'm done. If I ever am.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
So that is interesting. We might be getting a airship soon. Also, I don't know if I'm going the right way. No, I'm not. I went the wrong way. But yeah, I think we are going to be getting a airship soon. Especially what Blackthorn just said. And if we do, that will make exploration even more interesting. Alrighty, here is the blacksmith. Let's see what he wants.
Should be enough to keep... How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom. And she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch 'em, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Okie dokie, so we are headed to Martha's Rest. I guess I don't have anyone else to talk to here at the hideaway, especially taking a look at the task I have. It basically just says to go to Martha's Rest. And a quick glance at the hideaway's map, it shows that there is actually no one to talk to. So yeah, we are traveling back to Martha's Rest, and we're gonna go ahead and see what she wants. Well, rather go to Bernard. So yeah, I'm here at Martha's Rest, and we're gonna go ahead and talk to her. Hopefully we can have Bernard help us help Mid. And there she is. Hello.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
So it looks like we have a little ways to go. I can obviously fast travel there, but I don't think it's that far. Plus it gives us some exploring to do, especially since we are just kind of running errands right now. Also, before I forget, this is my chocobo that I got. And we can basically get on this and go to our destination even quicker. The only thing I don't like about it is there's such intense haptic feedback trying to use the chocobo, and I'm not really a fan of that. Looks like I have to cut through here. Ooh, a sparkly. And another sparkly. Oh yeah, there he is.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Okie dokie. Looks like we have some errands to run. Although it wouldn't be too bad. And also I ended up changing some of my equipment, my abilities rather. And so now I have some really cool ones. I was basically using like the basic ones for like the longest time. This is one of the new ones, by the way. But I was basically using like the basic ones for like the longest time. And I was like, wow, I'm using like ability points, but I don't see my new abilities. And I just realized like how much of a giant fail it was on my end. So now I have stronger abilities. And it's pretty cool. I see that wyvern in the background. Oh no. I think the wyvern is going to be the last enemy that comes in here. Yeah. Last time the wyvern fought me and I was kind of struggling with it, but now it shouldn't be too bad with the new abilities at least. That's what I'm hoping. One thing I noticed too is some of the other enemies that I was struggling with, they're not as hard anymore. So like I went back and fought some minotaurs and I was realizing how easy the combat got. New ability. Ooh. And he's already like halfway down to being staggered again, which is the nice part. And he's staggered, there you go. See, all those abilities are so helpful. It's honestly kind of overkill, but I like it. I think this thing needs like a few more hits and then it's dead. Like I have a few hits on me, but it's not too bad. Oh, thank you, Torgal. He healed me.
This one.
It's dead. I like how I got staggered and died at the same time. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Well, I guess there isn't too much more left here. I guess I can explore it real quick and see if there is anything here.
Ma? Pa? I'm sorry I ain't been back to see you in so long. But
Aw.
I got some news for you. I'm to be wed.
Aw. Aw, oh, that's so cute. He wanted to tell his parents. Aw. That was honestly so sweet. Aw. My heart. Ooh, a chest. I'm glad I explored here. Found another chest. Bunk. Anyways, we can go ahead and fast travel now. And we're gonna head back to the hideaway now and go talk to Mid. I'm not gonna lie, having a character named Mid is honestly so bad. Just because the implications that come with the name Mid. I don't know. I know it's probably short for something, but we don't know her full name. At least as far as I'm aware. Okie dokie, I am here now, and here she is. Let's go ahead and talk to her.
Alright, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant! Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Yay, we get to go to Jill. I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen with her. I wonder if she's okay, especially after that last battle. But yeah, we are here. Let's see what happens.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
You know, I forgot to mention this last time about Torgal, but I really hope he doesn't get the Bearer's Curse. I would honestly really hate to see Torgal go as well, especially since Torgal is definitely one of my favorite characters. Okie dokie, so I'm here at the door now, so let's see what we found out about Torgal.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own. His latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
His what? His what?
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Okie dokie. It doesn't really look like I have much to explore down here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and head to Vivian. Also, that story about Jill and Torgal is so cute. It just makes me love Torgal more than I already loved him. And also his story with Jill and being inseparable is very touching. I think it's a very cute story they have for them. Anyways, here is Vivian. Let's see what she wants.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
I love how all that was happening. Meanwhile, Clive is like, hey, my uncle is here. But holy cow, I think the Radiance guy is gonna kill his own son. Or at least try to get him killed because he is basically going against his dad. The story in this game is honestly so interesting and I love every single bit of it. It's very interesting how Clive's mom is basically like manipulating the situation so that her son can be the one that controls everything. But we are here and we can talk to Gav real quick and then talk to Uncle Byron.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Okay. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and see what Clive's uncle wants.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes. It seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canverward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Alrighty, so it looks like we have our next adventure coming up, and we will be trying to get back to Hugo and trying to take him out. I really like the breakdowns that Vivian does about how they basically go about getting to where they need to be and how the enemy is basically moving along. It's actually just really interesting because obviously we can have our own theories, but they just kind of paint it for you with those cutscenes. I'm definitely excited to see the next environment, especially since it's going to be a desert theme. And I am also curious to see if Jill will be joining us, but I highly doubt it for some reason, especially after what had happened. I wonder if Gav will join us. I know that Uncle will be coming with us, but I wonder if we will have anyone else with us. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like we will. I think it will just be Clive and Torgal. I feel like for today it was definitely more errands again, which isn't too bad. I felt like we had so much going on the last time, so this is a nice little break, and it just kind of gives you some time to breathe before the next big thing happens. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and watching me play some Final Fantasy XVI. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, or evening. Take it easy and peace. Bye!